Okay, it looks like we're kinda live after that huge DC. Okay, someone looks like we're DC right there. And by huge, I mean, I kind of was looking at the freaking intro, then I kind of saw it crashed a bit, and then that happens. But anyway, though, folks, salutations, everyone. This is Terence here. In today's edition of Terence Talks, we have my good friend here, Jono Funk. Which, we'll go ahead and unmute him.
Hi, everyone. Hi, I'm Jono Funk, the Eternal Optimist. How are you all doing today?
Yep, how are we all doing today? Hope you all had a lovely day today. Enjoying our last day of the weekend here. Yips. Oh yeah, if you guys are worried about the stream quality, you can change that in the advanced settings. I don't know why, but sometimes when you go to mobile, it always defaults to 140p or something.
Yeah, Stream Ninja can also be a little bit unreliable at times, but I will close all of my other things so that hopefully there's no Windows or Steam download suddenly happening right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. That can be a problem too. But yes, yep, today, folks, we are joined here by the legendary Seraph himself, Jono Funk. He does a huge variety of games, mostly very hardcore games.
Thank you. I do it because chat enjoys the suffering. It's not my choice, okay?
Yep, sure. I could agree with that. Oh. I mean, nothing like a good way to start off a stream career or a stream in general by playing really games that can piss you off.
Well, my first couple of games weren't so bad. Like my first couple of games weren't so bad until chat demanded Dark Souls. That's when they discovered the euphoria that is me dying over and over and over for their entertainment. Legendary and falling off cliffs. Thank you, Hector.
Indeed.
To be fair, that's part of my backstory. I lost my wings for a reason.
Of course. Basically, he can't fly, but he can jump really high, huh? Yeah, I can just imagine you playing basketball right now.
Funny enough, my hands are large enough that I can hold the basketball with one hand, like with gripping wise. My hands are ridiculously large, so I have to find the largest gaming mice I possibly can in order to actually play comfortably.
Oh, yep, that's understandable too. Because I also have big hands IRL too, and I can barely hold a Wii remote straight too.
Oh god, yeah, the Wii remote is like a little piece of Lego in your hand. Oh no, Yowie hands!
Yowie hands, right.
That's Beautiful. Not what I was implying. Cursed. But I'm talking about IRL hands, because canonically my character's height is 4'5" or something along those lines, so I'm supposed to be quite a small character.
Oh yeah, that would be a heck of a contradiction right there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're this really small guy and you have gigantic freaking hands.
Gremlin hands.
Ultimate gremlin.
I see we're starting off this interview strong.
Yeah, we're starting off very strong again. Indeed. All right, then. On to our first question. Well, it's an obvious one, but how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing great. As you saw, I was playing a little bit of Star Wars, and I'm really enjoying it. I mean, it's hard. It's on the hardest difficulty, but it's a lot of fun. Plus, I've been playing, well, not playing, but getting my Pokemon sorted, because I picked up Sword and Shield and Scarlet for a discount from a secondhand store. So I've spent the past week transferring all of my my Pokemon from my 3DS. So that's been very nostalgic for me, going through all the memories.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah, let me get some background music in too. That's usually the one thing I tend to forget sometimes. Which it's this really stock music that I have on on the Video Maker app on my Windows 10.
Oh, oh man. But I mean, in those kinds of that kind of content, like has a certain charm to it, like you know, like meme stories where people use like those badly drawn memes, but they tell like fantastic stories through them. It's all about how you use the content, right?
Yep, indeed. Yep, on to our next question. Is this your first time being interviewed?
I think it's my second time. I believe Araku interviewed me like a year, maybe year and a half ago. It's all been a blur since I started streaming, to be honest. I hit click go live the first time, and everything after that has just been a blur.
Oh, yep, understandable too. Yeah, imagine streaming so long to the point where you don't remember what your first stream is.
Oh god, no! Everyone knows their debut streams. Everyone goes back and watches streams,
of course. But then after the debut, it's like, what the hell is this?
Oh.
What the hell have I become? Like, how am I this cringy now?
Yeah, well, two things. One, I did some test streams before my official debut, and oh, my computer was lagging so badly. Like, that's the one thing I've definitely enjoyed, like looking at when I go back to my old streams. It's like my goal as a streamer is I want to be 1% better every single stream. Like I'm trying to find just one little thing I can do better each time. And by going back to the start and looking at it, I'm like, oh my god, I've changed so much. Like things are so much better now. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Lasonda's one of the OGs.
Yep, understandable, of course. Oh yeah, and what did your... Oh yeah, how did that interview with Areku went?
It went pretty well. Like I had a lot of fun. This is my one like big thing for this year is I want to collaborate more with other VTubers. Like I played a couple of games with Areku, and I played a couple of games with, well, I did one stream with you.
Yep, okay. Almost.
Yeah, but my Switch works now. I've got proper internet at my house now, so we should collab more. Yeah, the interview with Areku went nicely.
Yes.
Oh wow, we got so many people in the chat. I just want to say hello to you all. Thank you so much for coming by. I'm really happy.
Yep, thank you all for dropping by to my channel for the first time. Because I think I've seen some of you for the first time, and some of you I haven't seen in months.
Yeah.
Gina, I think you're pretty much new. JZX Nation, you're also pretty new. Oh yeah, hey Areku, welcome. We were just talking about you too.
Aliftin, welcome, yo! Thank you so much for coming by. Yeah, Terence is so close to 700. Let's see if we can push this guy to 700 subs.
Yes, please do.
Yeah. So, man, Terence, you're the main reason I got a Switch, by the way. I have always been like avoiding getting a Switch because I have, you know, again, like the Switch controllers were always like too small for me. But then I saw just how many Switch games you play. I was like, oh my goodness, there is so much potential content here. I have to get myself a Switch.
Of course. I'm glad I was kind of able to influence that a bit, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, on to our next question. What are your hobbies?
My hobbies? I love writing and reading, so I have like a huge bookshelf. I'm currently reading the Saga of Tanya the Evil, the actual light novels, because it's quite different to the anime series and the manga. Like the manga, the TV series, and the books are all so different in their own little ways that it's like experiencing it the same story but completely like differently each time. The character dynamics are also like strangely different. So yeah, I've been enjoying that. I'm a writer by trade, like professionally. Like the what puts the food on my table is I actually write stories for video game companies and freelance writing and such like that. I also sometimes ghostwrite, but we're not going to talk about that because my chat is going to bully the hell out of us if we.
Right. Understandable, of course.
I like the anime. Well.
Oh yeah, I've actually seen that anime too. Probably like the
boy,
first
what's up?
episode of it.
Oh god, it's werewolves.
Werewolf
Oh god, I'm
time.
sorry, Terence. Do you want to know the backstory to this incident?
Yep, sure, go ahead.
Okay, so the one time I was applying to a publisher, and they were like, okay, so we want you to be a ghostwriter. So we're gonna give you the first 2 chapters of one of our most popular stories, and we need you to continue chapter 3, but write it in such a way that we wouldn't be able to tell that it was a different writer. So I have to mimic the writing style, the sentence structure, the word choice, the narration, everything, right? So I'm like, yeah, sure, I can do that. And they sent the first 2 chapters to me, and I opened it up and I went, oh my god, this is werewolf erotica.
Yes.
So
God
me being a
damn.
professional went ahead and wrote the 3rd chapter, and I sorry, I sent it to them. They were really impressed. They were actually going to go ahead and hire, but then they went through a hiring freeze. So they were like, "We're really, really sorry. But we'll pay you for the chapter that you did. But yeah, we can't actually hire new ghostwriters now." And I'm like, okay. And then somehow I ended up reading that story on my live stream. It was one of I think it was the first Halloween live stream I did. My game, I got soft locked. Like I couldn't continue the game. Like literally the save was corrupted. It saved the game outside of the boundaries of the game. So instead of starting the entire game from scratch, which would have been like 9 hours of progress, I decided to do horror story reading. So I was reading it, and then I casually mentioned that, oh yeah, I used to write like ghost writing content, like and
Yep.
yeah, one thing led to the next, and then suddenly I'm.
Yep.
Oh, can we please send a link to that stream? No!
Yes, let's not do that. Let's not dox him too badly now.
That has been the most embarrassed I have ever felt. Like, I am red. Like, my face was burning red when I was doing that stream because everything was from the perspective of the protagonist, which was the first person perspective. So I had to speak as if I was an 18-year-old girl. He held me in his arms.
Right. Wow. Wow. That kind of almost sounds like freaking Twilight with furries.
That's pretty much, yeah. Oh man, the things I do for money.
Right.
Oh man. I'm so sorry, Terence. Lael, welcome, Lael. Lael is also from my streams. I hope you're having a great day. I second this. We need that link. Never forget. Oh my god. Oh man, sorry, Terence. I'll let you take control.
No
again.
problem.
I'm gonna switch.
No problem.
I'm gonna switch to my dog boy form. There we go.
Yeah, wolf.
Exactly. Oh no! It's to keep it more innocent, so that chat will move on from this topic.
Okay, nice.
Exactly. Dog boy Jono must be protected.
Yes, he must be protected from the innocents.
Yes, Jono laughed brutally.
Also, you were freaking huge. We gotta make you a little bit smaller.
Sorry. Don't worry. I'll adjust myself here. Each of my models is like a different size, so I'm busy trying to adjust it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Dog boy Jono is like tiny, like about 2.5 feet tall, 3 feet tall, I think was the canon story. Basically, the idea behind Dog boy Jono is that he's as big as a potential plushie.
Nice.
Nah, fam, BS. Sure.
All right, then, on to our next question. Do you play video games? Which is an obvious one.
Yeah. We can make it a bit harder and find out, like, what would be my top 5 video games.
Sure. Top 5 video games.
Why did I do this to myself? Okay. Number 1, my favorite video game has to go towards Frostpunk. It's a strategy game where you're building one of the last cities in the world and the whole world is freezing over. So you have to balance like food, temperature, coal, but then also keeping your people's hope and spirits up. So like if they lose hope or if they get too angry, they're gonna like kill you, they're gonna like hang you. But if you drop their hopes, they're gonna exile you. So you gotta play this game on the hardest difficulty is like a razor's edge, because You know, you got to make sure that they hate you just enough that they won't hang you, but also be like hopeful enough that they don't exile you. So you got to keep them in that limbo of just suffering.
Yeah. Not too much suffering, but no, not too little, huh?
There's I've been playing another game off stream called Darkest Dungeons, which is also like really brutal. The sequel's coming out on Steam like this week. So I really want to play the sequel because you can get you form like a party and you can change the names of the characters. So I want to name all of the my viewers, right? So it's like we're gonna send off Lysander and Sad Willow, and we hope they come back alive.
Nice.
So yeah, that's the plan. So I'm looking forward to playing Darkest Dungeons 2. I've been playing a lot of Dying Light with Frey and Nick. I don't know if you played Dying Light. Have you?
I have not.
Oh, it's great. It's parkour. It's first person parkour meets zombies. So you constantly run around rooftops and then fight zombies and everything, and it's co-op. So you can have up to 3 friends. So you can have 4 people together just running around, jumping from rooftop to rooftop and beating up zombies and everything. It's a fantastic game for chatting with friends. It's I call these social games, right? Where you don't have to think too much. Minecraft would be a perfect example of a social game, right? You can just hang out with your friends, building and playing in Minecraft while chatting. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the Dying Light streams.
Yeah. I think I was there for one of the streams too. And I also remember that you guys pretty much took like 2 to 3 hours to unlock the tutorial too.
Oh yeah, the start of the game is kind of brutal in that sense. It's taken us about 10 hours to finally unlock the paraglider, but now we can fly, which is great.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Oh, as for other games, I love the BioShock games. I still haven't streamed it yet. Sekiro is another game that I just feel so satisfying to play. I was a big PUBG fan as well. Like I have, oh god, how many hours? I have like 1,300 hours in PUBG.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, 1,300 hours in PUBG. Ooh. I played a lot of that.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds good, actually. Yeah. Oh, yeah, so you play pretty much a variety of games.
Pokemon will always have a special place in my heart, though. My favorite one is Pokemon X and Y, but Soul Silver, Pokemon Silver has always been my favorite since childhood.
Oh, yeah. Very good ones. Of course.
What's your favorite Pokemon?
Let's see. That's a bit of a tough one for me most of the time because they always seem to change because there's some that actually improve on everything, and then there's some that I have nostalgia for, and I think as far as my first Pokemon game goes, I'll talk about my own Pokemon history. I think my very first Pokemon game would have to be Pokemon Yellow.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well, that's going way back to like the Game Boy Color days. Jeez.
Yep.
Oh
yeah, you're pretty small on my end too. Yep.
Yeah, I changed to the Pichu model because I was like, well, yeah, that's the Pichu VTube model was actually free. There's the person who made it put it on Twitter and was basically like, yeah, you guys can't really use this because, you know, Nintendo will sue the hell out of you, but it's a free asset for people who want to use it. So I sometimes switch to the Pichu model because my character kind of looks like a Pichu.
Yep.
Diamond was my first one. Oh, nice.
But I think as far as my actual favorite Pokemon game goes, it's pretty much the most polarizing game in the series, and that's Sword and Shield.
Oh, is it really? I haven't played it yet. I only just got it from a secondhand store.
Yep. And my reason for that is mostly because they finally started to modernize the mechanics a little bit. Like, it doesn't have random encounters anymore, and you can actually fast travel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a pretty big change, because usually the fast traveling was always with Fly, that they then would, you know, once you got that, then you could fast travel around.
Yep.
Well, I'm looking forward to playing it. While we're on the topic of Pokemon, my favorite has always been like Dragonair and Mimikyu. Those two have almost always been in my team.
Ooh, nice, nice.
I never evolved to Dragonite. I always gave it like an Everstone so that it would never evolve, because Dragonair is so elegant and beautiful, and then it becomes like a goofy orange dinosaur. And I'm like, no, my beautiful Dragonair.
Yeah. That's also one of the evolutions that probably doesn't quite make much sense to me now that I look back at it.
There's a fan theory that Magikarp was actually supposed to become Dragonite, but it would have broken the balance of Generation 1, because, you know, that was the only dragon in the game. So they made it become Gyarados instead, where it would have made sense if Dratini became Dragonair, became Gyarados.
Yep, that would have made more sense visually.
Yeah. I never finished Sword and Shield. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was reading your chat.
Yep, no problem, no problem. Oh yeah, as for other games that I play besides Pokemon, if you guys haven't been to my channel in a long time, I've played a lot of Monster Hunter.
Oh yeah, he does.
Yep. I have probably up to over 100 hours in Rise right now. And I'd say in World off stream, I think I have close to 100 hours in that too, which we still haven't beaten Sunbreak yet. And we haven't beaten Iceborne yet either.
I have Monster Hunter World on Steam, but I never played it. I think I played like the tutorial. It's always been a bit intimidating, like just how like the sort of gameplay around it. I should actually give it a try sometime. Kind of like Dark Souls, right? I was afraid of Dark Souls for so long, and then I discovered it thanks to chat, and I actually really like the Dark Souls games now. So yeah.
Oh, it's a lot easier than Dark Souls, I can promise you that.
Is there like cross console playing together, or is it like console limited kind of thing?
Yeah, they haven't really added crossplay to either game, so we couldn't really play together. But the closest thing we have to that would be Dauntless, though.
Oh yeah, I heard about Dauntless. I played in the beta for that many years ago. Bye Gina, bye. Thanks for coming by.
Bye Gina. Thanks for dropping by. Oh yeah, and then the other games I've been playing was also Phantasy Star Online too. Yep, beautiful MMORPG. Has a really great character creator to it too, and I've been a fan of that franchise since the Dreamcast days.
Oh, I never had a Dreamcast. I had a PlayStation. Wait, no, I lied. I had like a Sega. Like I can barely remember this right. Like it had a huge cartridge you had to put in, and then after that we got a PlayStation 1, and I played the hell out of Tekken 3. Like I mastered Tekken 3. Then I never got a PlayStation 2 or 3, but I did get an Xbox 360. And I played so much Guitar Hero. I had like the full Guitar Hero set. Like we had 2 guitars, a drum kit, and the microphone. So like our whole family was rocking out Guitar Hero. It was so awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I got a PS4. I used my first ever paycheck to get a PlayStation 4, and yeah, I don't have a PlayStation 5 yet. I do have the 3DS, and then the Switch as well. Yeah.
Nice. Oh yeah, in case you got chat also doesn't know, I do have a PS5 too.
Ooh, nice. I've heard that they were so hard to get in stock for the past 2 years. Like they finally sorted out supply stuff for it.
Yep. They finally started making them a lot easier to find finally. Which I ended up getting on mine on eBay, so I didn't have the luxury of paying the actual price for it, but it was well worth it because now I can pretty much have another console I can pretty much just use for Hulu and stuff.
Nice. I heard the PlayStation VR 2 is amazing because it uses foveated eye tracking, foveated rendering. So it tracks your eyes and renders whatever you're looking at maximum detail, and then everything else is in like lower detail, so it's more efficient to play. And they use OLED screens in the thing. So I've heard that the PlayStation VR 2 is incredible.
Okay.
I want to get into VR so badly.
Yep. Oh yeah, speaking of VR, I do have an Oculus Quest 2.
Ooh, nice.
Which I barely use nowadays because there isn't a whole lot of, at least in my opinion, not a lot of variety when it comes to VR games, and they're pretty expensive too.
Yeah, I played a prototype helmet like back in 2014. Someone brought it along and we fired it up and I tried it, and most people were like throwing up because we're talking about prototype Oculus tech here. This is like 10 years ago kind of stuff, right?
Yep.
And I was like the only person who didn't get sick, and I sat there and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And it's been like 10 years and I still haven't got my own headset yet.
Yes.
One day.
One day Jono will get his headset.
Yeah. I'm hoping that Valve will release like an Index 2 or something this year, or soon. That's my hope.
Oh yeah, the Valve indexes. I heard those were like stupid expensive.
Yeah, they're €1,000 for the whole kit. But that's because you have to set up base stations and all sorts of things. Where, you know, if they can figure out a way of like making it as just the helmet itself, that'll already bring the cost down by several amounts. So, fingers crossed.
Oh
Fingers
yeah,
crossed.
definitely.
Does this mean one day we'll get a Jono 3D model? Yes.
Oh
I do
yeah,
eventually want to get 3D.
That would be awesome, actually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, moving on to our next question. Got a little off topic too.
I mean, this is what makes it fun, right?
Of course. How did you get into video games?
Pretty much as far back as I can remember. My dad was very much into tech, so he always had like computer stuff. I don't know if many people know of this, but before floppy disks, there was a storage medium that was even bigger. We're talking like record player, like not quite the size of a record player disc, but about half the size of a record player disc, but floppy disks that big. I remember digging around under our house and I found a box full of those, and I was like, Father, what are these ancient artifacts?
Yes.
I think the first ever video game I ever played was Aladdin on like right after it was Aladdin, and it was on a floppy disk, so it was like 2 megabytes. Let's see if I can find this. Aladdin DOS, I think it was. Man, I can barely remember. I must have been tiny. I was like 3 years old. I have like a crazy memory with regards to things. Yeah, here we go. I'll send you a screenshot quickly. Copy image. Yeah, have a look at this.
Yep, I'll try to show it on stream too. Oh, okay, I remember this. All right. Copy image. Copy.
Yeah, my grandmother's a programmer and works with those big reels. Oh, cool, Lysandra, cool. Oh, are we gonna stick with the legless cannon? Don't make fun of my missing legs.
Yeah, the audacity of that. Yeah, you would have come on to my talk show with no legs.
Okay. To be fair, I will switch to my elf model quickly, just so that I can prove to them, like, look, I have legs now. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm full-bodied on my alternative forms.
Indeed.
Yeah, the whole thing with this is that every single model I get is going to be a different species of Jono. So it's kind of like those what ifs, you know how like Marvel and DC have those like Batman what ifs, you know, like what if Batman was a samurai, that kind of thing.
Yep.
So yeah, every single Jono will be a different species from this book that I'm writing.
Oh, very nice.
So yeah, we have.
Yep, here's the game he's talking about, folks.
Yeah, I think that was the first ever video game I ever played. But yeah, default genre, the one that is on now, is a seraph, which is sort of like angelic being, but the primal versions were ancient owls. Then we've got dog boy Jono, which are the throw-pair species. Then we've got elf Jono, which we just saw, and we've got another model in the works. I'm looking for a rigger.
Nice.
I'm not going to give spoilers as to what it is, but yeah, we've got loads of species to play around with. So chat is like, Is it going to be a mer? Is it going to be a fairy? Is it going to be a demon or a devil? Or is it, what's it going to be? Or a dragon? So, yeah, keep posting, chat. Keep posting.
Yeah, keep guessing. Keep guessing.
Yeah, I want to release like a new model every year. You know, at least one a year, so that I constantly improving and getting alternative things. I like variety, right? I like to spice things up. It better be a merman.
Understandable. Yeah, that means Jono's gonna pretty much have his own universe and call it the Jonoverse.
The Jonoverse. Where gravity doesn't exist.
Right. Gravity doesn't exist. Alright then, I think this is another video game related question. What's your favorite video game genres?
I am extremely proficient at first-person shooters. I used to play on an esports team, so not like international esports level, but more like a national, local level kind of thing. So, in the country that I was from, I was like the ranked 14th as far as like sniping went in Counter-Strike. So, we used to go around to various local tournaments and compete and win prizes and stuff. Thanks to those tournaments, I think my personal record for staying awake was 4 days in a row without sleep. We were practically hallucinating towards the end of that. This is the kind of the dark side of the
Discord
esports industry. Pardon? Hello?
Oh, I think Discord's cutting out most of what you're saying.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Discord.
Jono's an e-board boy. No, I'm not.
Oh wait, what the frick happened actually?
Wait, chat, can you hear me? Can I get some data symbols in the chat? Esports, not e-boy. There's a difference. But yeah, I used to play a lot of competitive shooter games. So yeah. Oh, we do. Thank you.
Oh, that was my mic headset kind of gave out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, chat can hear me fine. That's good.
Okay, let me try to adjust my headset real quick.
We're experiencing technical difficulties. You need like a button for elevator music. Like doo doo doo. Sorry, chat. I will try to fill up the blank space.
Yep,
Oh,
understandable.
can you hear me now?
Nope, headset's still kind of down, so I'm just gonna switch to the earbuds.
Alrighty. I always like this with VTubers. Like when the person has to stand up or go grab something, their model always is like, or like they break in certain ways. I think with Nick, whenever like Nick gets out of his chair, his whole model sort of like collapses in on itself, so his like neck folds inside. It's like it's so creepy sometimes.
Okay, I think we're good now.
Yeah, you sound clear. Sound all good to me.
Oh, is there any echo picking up?
Not for me, no.
Okay. I think we can kind of keep going like this. I think I have like a few different noise suppressions on my mic then.
Yeah, it sounds good. Sounds good from my end.
Alright then, oh, what were you saying by then?
About esports.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, this is kind of like the darker side of esports, but pretty much everyone takes it's not just like caffeine pills, but also like medication that's usually supposed to be for like people with ADHD. So basically everybody has like their sort of like focus stuff, so that they can actually like land the shots even when you've been like playing like 40 hours in a row kind of thing. So yeah, that's kind of the darker side of the esports scene, was that you basically had a huge amount of like caffeine in your systems all the time, as well as like medication. But I don't do that anymore. As far as like, the gameplay things, I always stuck to coffee. Like my teammates would go with the ADHD medicine, and I'm just like, no, thank you, no, thank you. I'll stick with the coffee, thanks. But that's given me a crippling addiction to coffee now.
Nice. Yeah, imagine pretty much becoming an esports player, just get addicted to coffee now.
This one time though, I did win like a brand new PC, but I just upgraded my computer. So I was like, what am I gonna do with this? So I walked around the convention, and I found the person with the saddest looking computer, and I like looked at his case, and he had like duct tape holding his case together. And I'm like, look, I just won this PC case, and I just upgraded my computer, so I don't need it. Would you like this case? And he was like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah, have it, please. So I gave him this PC Tower case that it was a plexiglass case, so he was gonna have to build it himself. But the guy was so grateful. He's like, thank you so much. I'm like, yeah, when your computer's being held together by duct tape, you need it more than I do.
Wow. Now that's what I call living on life support.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but it was always like more out of just passion for the game. Like I love shooter games. Like I've always been like playing in the sniper role and that kind of thing. When I played PUBG, I also kind of had a bad habit of like taking over and just like organizing the squad and our movements and positioning and everything. So like this PUBG gaming group that I used to play with, I was basically like, all right, you go there, and Rage, you go over there, and then we're gonna flank them from here. Right. It's like, holy crap, what is this operation going on here?
Right.
My competitive side comes out with those kind of games.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, competitive games definitely have means to bring out the competitive side of you.
I'm much more like chill now with games. Like ever since doing the VTubing has sort of helped me not get stuck in the same games, because I used to get very much trapped in playing like League of Legends or PUBG or Counter-Strike, just playing those games over and over and over and over and never experiencing anything else. So yeah, the VTubing has been super helpful in that sense.
Yes, understandable. I'd say that's kind of how I pretty much am now. Usually when I play competitive games, I do get really, really competitive, but when I do feel like I need to stop playing and stop being as competitive, I just switch to another game.
Makes sense. Like what I do now when I play games like Overwatch and whatever, I'll play it until I reach like a super high rank, and then I'll quit. Like I hit diamond in Overwatch, and then I was like, you know what? That's fine by me. I'm done here. So yeah, that's how I try to deal with it, with the sort of like competitive games, but so that I don't get myself trapped, right?
Yep, understandable. Alrighty, on to our next question. Who's your favorite video game character?
Favorite video game character? Ooh, that's a tough one. Let me just quickly have a look here. I just want to see because the first thing that pops into my mind is BioShock. Like I absolutely love the BioShock games. So I think it was Andrew
folks,
Ryan.
we got the headset working again now.
But generally though, like yeah, I can't really name a specific one straight off the top of my head though. Like I probably will like 30 minutes from now or later this evening when I'm lying in bed staring at the ceiling. But an actual like character that pops out, because I've been playing so many games recently, right? That like it's been I've just been meeting so many characters in these games that I've been enjoying them a lot. So yeah, I tend to be like if we extended this towards like anime as well, I tend to be attracted towards the characters, or like I tend to have a preference, a favorite for characters who are very much like driven and ambitious, like where characters know what they want and they're like fighting for what they actually want. I very much struggle to deal with passive characters who sit there going, oh, woe is me, and I'm just like, well, get off your ass and do something.
Yes. Yeah, stop being a sissy and get off your ass and do something.
I mean, obviously Bakugo is a bit of an extreme example, but I like Bakugo as a character because I'm like, at least he knows what he wants and he's fighting for it, right?
Right.
What's it? I think a better example, if we can use anime instead, is I don't know if you ever watched Shokugo, Food Wars, Soma, Shokugeki no Soma, the main character.
Yep.
The main character in Food Wars. He's one of my favorite characters because, you know, he is ambitious as hell and he's going to prove everyone wrong. Like, I like that kind of character a lot.
Ah, okay. Oh, yep. Food Wars is pretty familiar.
Willow is just constantly roasting me in the chat here. You're not wrong. She's not wrong.
Right. Yep, of course. That is true, Willow. We'll keep that in mind. Alrighty then. Let's see. Oh yeah, funny that we talk about anime, because now our next question is about anime now.
Perfect timing then.
What anime do you watch?
Ooh, I watch all kinds. Like right now, I'm watching 4 of the ongoing series. I'm watching Oshinoko, like the idol one. Oshinoko. I'm watching the Mashal, which is Magic and Muscles. It's basically if Harry Potter was a gym bro and couldn't use magic. It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious.
Oh yeah, I'm watching that too.
Oh, it's so good. I'm also watching Demon Slayer, which is currently going at the moment, the Swordsmith arc, and I'm watching. There was one more. I'm trying to remember it now. What was the 4th one? Oshinoko, Mashal. Oh, Hell's Paradise. Yeah, Hell's Paradise. Beautiful. Like, yeah. Oh man, we're being so like anime is getting so good now. Like the visuals and everything is absolutely awesome. But as far as favorite anime of all time goes, I have to like put Psycho Pass season 1, Hunter x Hunter, and Code Geass. Like those are like my top 3. Madoka Magica is very close in there. I love Genbo Orobuchi as an author and a writer, so quite a lot of his work is up there. I have the Blu-rays of Code Geass and Madoka Magica, and yeah. So I watch all kinds of shows. I've watched pretty much the entire genre. When I was a kid, I actually watched Cardcaptor Sakura. And I quite enjoyed it, even though obviously it was meant to be like a girls' show. I still enjoyed it. Like it was a solid show. So yeah, I liked Cardcaptor Sakura.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I was like 10 years old, I think. I can't remember now. It's been a long time.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, I have one.
Sure.
Uran Host High. Have you heard of it?
Yes, I know of Orin High School Club.
That's great. Like my VTuber model and like my character, you know, like when I was like thinking about what kind of performance and entertainment I wanted to give to others, like Tamaki from Uran Host High was right up there, as well as Vash the Stampede from Trigun. Like imagine taking Tamaki and Vash and basically combining them together, and then you've got me.
Nice.
You know, I tried to be this prince character, but then I'm an absolute goofball.
Right.
That was my goals when I was starting this. I heard the new Trigun anime is very, very good. They're like remaking it, but like sort of 3D, but in a good way, like good 3D. So I need to watch it though.
Oh yeah, I just seen all the episodes of that too.
Ooh, nice.
So yeah, it's a solid recommendation. It gets the Terence seal of approval.
Okay, yeah, I will watch it soon then.
Yep, well yeah, as for myself, I grew up with a lot of the 90s anime way back in the Toonami era.
Oh, I've heard of this. Didn't Toonami shut down and then they came back or something?
Oh yeah, they shut it down and they're pretty much back now. It's been like a while since I've seen Toonami though. But I think they're doing alright now. Oh yeah. As for the animes around that era, folks, there was, of course, Dragon Ball Z.
Classic.
Yep. There was also a Sailor Moon, actually, too.
If you're still into Dragon Ball Z, I highly recommend. I mean, just Dragon Ball. Sorry. I highly recommend a YouTuber called ARJ. He's doing a fan manga called Ultra Vegito, and it is insane. This guy has almost 1 million subscribers because of this manga. He is writing, drawing, voice acting, and editing episodes per week. So not only is he drawing the manga, but then he's also recording the videos and adding in the sound effects and everything every single week. It's insane. I feel like a kid again every time ARJ releases a new video. I'm on the edge of my seat seeing what's happening in the story. It's awesome. So yeah.
Nice. Yeah, speaking of parodies, I've also been watching this other parody called Dragon Ball Gohan Verse.
Gohan Verse? Haven't heard of it.
Yeah. It's a parody series where there's a bunch of Gohans from different universes pretty much doing their own things. And they're mostly fan-related stuff, and they even give Gohan a new transformation called El Blanco.
Gohan did get a new transformation in the newest movie, though. I heard it's like pretty ridiculous, though.
Oh yeah,
super strong.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's called a Gohan Beast, and you know what the funny thing about Gohan Beast is that it's exactly like his El Blanco transformation. It's like the fans came up with it first, and then Toei decided to copy it.
Yeah, I haven't watched Dragon Ball in so long, but I mean, obviously it was like a good part of like the childhood and everything. So, yeah.
Yep, back to my other thing too. Of course, there was the Pokemon animes too.
Yeah.
And
I'm thinking of going back and watching the very first Pokemon movie again, just so I can get hit with that nostalgia. I'm in a very big definitely. Pokemon mood this week, obviously.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think a lot of people will say the first movie is probably the greatest Pokemon movie ever.
Oh. Yeah.
Which, I could agree with that too.
I like the second one though, Pokemon 2000 with Lugia and the 3 legendary birds, but that might be my bias towards birds. Lugia was always one of my favorite legendaries.
Of course, the Seraphol has to root for his own kind.
Yeah. No bias here, no bias.
Yep, we could call that Redbird Zeddy right there. Yay for puns. Yeah. And as far as the other animes, also watch Digimon too.
Oh gosh, yeah, Digimon. What was up with the story? Like, it made no sense to me. I had no idea. I'm like, literally, kids got pulled into the internet. That's about it for me.
Yep. Yep. Kids got pulled into the internet and then pretty much had monsters from the internet trying to kill them and such, and then they form partners with other creatures from the internet. And so they're pretty much drawn into this little twist of fate trying to save the world from evil creatures from the internet.
To be fair though, Digimon had an absolute banger of an opening song. Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions.
Indeed, that's a banger right there.
Oh, wait, no, all of them had freaking awesome songs. Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, Digimon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! They all had really good opening songs, like solid songs.
Yes.
It's time to
as for what you missed, well, we were just talking about anime.
Yeah, just weaving out a little bit.
Yep, just weaving out. Oh yeah, definitely. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Opening was pretty great. Oh, I especially like the freaking the English Yu-Gi-Oh! GX and 5D's openings.
I haven't seen the Yu-Gi-Oh! The GX. I watched like the classic Yu-Gi-Oh! Like Kaiba and Yugi. Yeah, just their dynamic was great. That's what made the show for me.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Like, the abridged though. The abridges are hilarious. Where it's like, my God, did that boy just hit puberty? It's your turn, Kaiba.
Right. Oh yeah, definitely classic.
What are we going to do next? Your move.
Right. And then after he beats it with Exodia, he says, if you really want to know, talk to the hand.
And oh my gosh.
Beautiful. Oh yeah, there was also Dragon Ball Z Abridged too.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was
Dragon Ball. Oh, that's legendary. That's like Cell made that.
oh yeah, Cell was perfect in that.
Yeah, of course he was perfect. It's
He's
perfect.
perfect Cell. Yes, of course. All his jokes.
Oh, bad. I mean, I love the abridged series. I've always wanted to like write my own abridged, but it's pretty hard now because the moment like a show becomes popular, like several people already start working on their own abridged shows. So it's pretty tricky now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I want to give it a shot at some point though. Like I should take like an obscure show, but that makes it hard for the search engine. Anyway.
Anyway, let's see. What animes, genres, and series do you watch?
Pretty much all kinds. I do watch quite a lot of shonen. I enjoy My Hero Academia. I like adventures basically. So it tends to lean towards shonen. I'm not a big fan of isekai unless they can do it with a very good twist. Like isekai has been a bit too heavily milked in my opinion. Like I don't get excited.
Yeah, I agree.
I also get very like exhausted the moment I see it's going to be set in a high school, where I'm just like, here we go
again. School life got ruined again by monsters.
Yeah.
And then I eventually have another freaking harem that I never got to have in real life.
Yeah. Dang it. This anime is setting unrealistic expectations.
Yes. Too much. Although I think the one isekais that I do kind of like would have to be that time I got reincarnated into a slime.
I watched the first season. I enjoyed that, yeah.
And then ReZero, of course.
I do enjoy mysteries. Like, I like mystery shows. Shoma. School plus magic, though. I fall for that combo every time. Then you should watch Mashal, Muscles and Magic. It's so funny. It's so funny.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to the stream, Shoma. Oh, yeah. Mashal's really great, too. Yeah, when I first saw that first episode, I was pretty much laughing a lot.
Yeah, I have a friend who is almost exactly like Mashal as like personality wise. He's just like
Yes.
But yeah, I enjoy all kinds of things because I'm a writer by trade, right? So I'm always like looking at the same genres. I even have watched like BL anime. Like I don't mind. Again, I'm studying the characters, the character dynamics, the writing, the narrative, everything. So I pretty much enjoy watching everything. I think the worst thing a piece of entertainment can be is like mid. If something's like just boring. Like sometimes something can be so bad that it's actually funny. But obviously, like great storytelling is king. But yeah. Isekai anime most of the time is a meme of writers barely disguised.
Yeah.
That is true. Oh.
Yep, very much so.
Yeah. This is something I find a bit unfair, right? Is that like you'll find a lot of non-anime fans will judge the entirety of anime off of like the worst of the worst anime.
Yes.
But expect Hollywood to be treated on only the best shows that Hollywood put out, even though Hollywood puts out a lot of stinkers and really bad shows.
Oh yeah,
movies.
Definitely.
I'm just like, come on.
Come on, we can't really expect too much because I'm pretty sure it costs us more money to make a movie than it costs to make anime. Not that I know that for sure.
Yeah, it's that's the thing, right? Is that like I think there's a mix, right? Is that if you do a modern day story, it's cheaper to do it, with live action. But if you're going to do a fantasy or a science fiction, it's actually probably cheaper to animate it because it costs the same to animate whether it's a high school room or a spaceship room, right? It's still an artist's time drawing it. But as far as like filming it live action, that's an entire set you have to create for that science fiction setting, where instead of just going to an existing school. So
yep.
Banana Fish, I'll definitely add that to my look, to my watch list. Dale, thank you.
Yep. Moving on to our next anime question. Who's your favorite anime character?
Lelouch v Britannia. I also really like the villain from Psycho-Pass, the first one. Mikishima.
Okay.
Oh man, if you take a bibliophile villain who makes references to classic literature as he is basically like the smartest person in the room talking
Nice.
like the fact like as I'm listening to this villain like referencing Kafka and all of these like classic literary figures and scenes and such, and comparing it to their scenario, like he mentions about electric sheep have dream. Shoot, my brain is fried now. But yeah, basically, I fanboyed all over it. Oh man, yeah. Sorry, Psycho-Pass is right up there. It is so hard to pick a favorite anime. But yeah, I tend to kind of really like villains.
Nice. Understandable.
Yeah, I think a protagonist is only as good as their villain, right? You know, sometimes Hollow best waifu, fight me, said Willow. Oh, I don't know who that is.
Yep.
Solid pick. Thank you.
Very solid pick right there.
Mm.
Oh yes, as for mine, I always kind of go for the shonen protagonist most of the time.
Which shonen though? Because I mean, you've got Ichigo versus Deku. I mean, two very different characters there.
Of course.
Oh,
I'd say my current favorite one would have to be, well, obviously Naruto.
Oh,
because
classic.
Yep, Naruto is also one of those guys who pretty much just won't let the world dictate what he wants to do and pretty much does what he wants to.
I agree with you. Like, yeah, Naruto is another character that sort of like very much inspired me. I have a bit of a confession to admit. The Hinata was the reason I got into anime.
Nice.
I was at a LAN party, like, I didn't know Pokemon was like anime. I just thought it was like cartoons on the TV, right? And then a friend brought a DVD to a LAN party that had Naruto on it, and he plopped it in and opened up the Neji versus Hinata fight, that first fight. And I was like, this is so cool and violent. This is awesome, and she's so cute. And I was like, what is this? And he's like, it's anime. And I said, is the show named? I'm like, is the show called anime? And he's like, no, the show's called Naruto. The genre is called anime. I'm like, what's anime?
Wow.
So yeah, Hinata as a character holds a very special place in my heart.
Understandable.
Believe it. Of course,
yes,
fake
believe
girl.
it. Of course, that's that old saying from the dubs, of course.
I never watched the dub of Naruto. Thankfully, I just watched the sub from the get-go, from the very beginning.
For me, the dub was okay. Yep, Rock Lee's pretty great too.
Yeah, Rock Lee was like main character material. Oh, that fight versus Gaara, anime legend.
Yeah. Very legendary fight. And I
also,
think...
Yeah,
and I think, I don't think many of Rock Lee's fights hasn't really topped that other than the drunken fist fight with Kimimaro.
Yeah. I think with Naruto, like before Shippuden, the soundtrack was fantastic. There was so much variety in it. You know, like, for example, they did an entire style change for Orochimaru. They brought in a freaking organ, right? You had like traditional Japanese music for most of the main characters. Then Rock Lee comes in with freaking guitar music, and then you switch across to Orochimaru and he's got organs playing. Like the soundtrack for Naruto, like the first part, was brilliant, like absolutely brilliant.
Oh, definitely.
It's something a lot of people don't talk about much.
Yeah, anime soundtracks are underrated. Of course, as far as my other... Did it die out again? Dear headset, stop screwing up. Or maybe it's just a sound.
Oh, sorry, my internet wobbled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry, my internet wobbled for a bit. It's been on and off today. When did I cut off?
A bit, like 2 seconds ago.
Oh, okay, yeah. I legally acquire all my anime. For my lawyer says that I must state this.
Yep. Of course, I do watch my anime legally through Crunchyroll and Hulu and Netflix.
Always support the original release.
Yep. Always support those folks.
Yeah. I do. Like when I come
go.
across a show I really like, I will buy the Blu-ray. I will get merchandise. I want to show my support, so I do that.
Of course, me too. Yep. Moving on to our next question. Oh, this is kind of a deep one, a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Have you learned anything from video games or anime?
Remember I told you how like I was really good at shooters and I played like the esports and stuff?
Yep.
So the first time I went to a gun range, it was clay pigeon shooting with a shotgun, right? And I hit 29 out of the 32 clay pigeons. And the guy who was like the instructor there looked at me and said, "Do you do this professionally?" And I went, "No, this is my first time ever firing a gun." And he's like, "What the hell?"
Nice.
So we went back, and this time the guy's like, "Okay, here's a handgun," and he set up some cans like at about 30 meters away, so that's about 90 feet, right? And he's like, "Try and hit the cans," and I'm like, "Okay." 6 bullets, 6 cans. I hit 5 of them.
Wow.
And I'm like, I just play a lot of video games. I put it down. Like, you know what? I think I'm good here. I was like, yeah, that was the last time I actually ever fired a gun.
Yes.
So yeah, the FPS skills translated. I also, when I was getting my driver's license, I was playing a lot of Grid, which is a racing game that is like super realistic. Like you can choose to set the car to have like traction control and everything. So I picked a car that was very similar to the car that I was going to do my test in, and I just practiced racing over and over with it, so I wouldn't like flip the car over or anything. And I actually got better at physically driving because I played that game so much. So I like to think that I passed my driving exam. Okay, no, wait. There's one more thing I have to add into this story.
Good thing you were playing GTA. Nova says.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have extreme luck, as you may know.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I've won several cell phones. I've won multiple graphics cards. I've won like the lottery a couple times. Nothing huge, but I've won like little payouts here and there quite a few times. Like I have extreme luck, but it also goes both ways. Like I've had some really bad luck. But when I was doing my driving exam, and I was like super nervous as heck, as we were pulling out of the yard and onto the main road for the driving test itself, the instructor next to me got a phone call, and I don't know if this was his girlfriend or his wife or his mother. I don't know who it was, but she was very, very, very upset with him about something, and I didn't understand the language he was speaking in. So they were speaking in their native language, and they were going at it for the entire test. And every time I was coming up to her, like a corner or anything, he would just point in the direction that he wanted me to turn. So we're driving, and I'm super nervous. I'm like, oh god, is he going to be in a bad mood? Am I going to fail because he's like whoever this is on the phone shouting him? And like we go through the whole test, and I'm driving and everything, and he's just pointing every now and then. And we park in the lot after doing the test. He flips open his book and he goes, tick, 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 tick. Congrats, you passed. Here's your license.
Nice. Very nice. The ultimate driver luck right there.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I've never been in a car crash, so I've been a pretty good driver. Yeah, I've been a pretty good driver.
Nice. So I guess that also makes you one of the very few VTubers that likes driving, Tin.
Oh yeah. I enjoy driving. I used to do a lot of driving, like in like sort of like mountainous areas. I used to like going up at like 1 a.m. when there's like basically no one else out, and just sort of like cruising along the road. Always was good for the headspace.
Nice, nice. So basically, we've learned a lot of actual IRL skills on video games.
yeah, skill. I mean, there's a theory, not theory, but it's been like shown that if you watch people doing something, your neurons in your brain fire off the same in a similar pattern because your brain is trying to process what it is that you're seeing. So if you watch chess masters actually playing and you sit there watching them and thinking and analyzing, watching what they're doing, you actually become a better chess player when you sit down to play next because your brain's neurons were strengthened by watching what was happening in front of you. So playing video games, because ultimately games play, the act of play is simulating. You know, when cats fight each other, they're playing. They're simulating a real fight or hunting skills and whatnot. So in a sense, games are a form of training. Just obviously the amount of benefits you gain are debatable.
Yeah. That's right. How you put
Neuron
that
activation.
put that stuff to practice is all on you.
I actually had to one of the jobs I worked at. I had to work with a bunch of scientists. I had to turn all of their research into like digestible and engaging stories. So yeah, I had to work with like a team of scientists taking like the latest health and well-being research and making it interesting. So I actually worked with a lot of scientists on mental health and good habit forming and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah,
Ooh,
this is
nice.
a kind of a field that I wouldn't say expert in, but I have a lot of experience in. So yeah, how to like improve your well-being, your mental states, your financial decisions, all of these things all tie in.
Nice, nice.
You never mentioned you can drive. Yeah, I can drive. I just like small cars. I don't like big cars because they become a nightmare to park. I find smaller cars are much easier for like parking and such.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, smaller cars do seem to be a bit easier to drive. Not that I drive 4, we still have to work on getting our driver's license eventually.
You can do it. You can do it. Vehicular freedom.
Get vehicular freedom. Although if I were
Sexy YouTuber, I
to
bet who could drive. Oh. Sorry, I interrupted
have an ideal kind of vehicle that I would get, I would probably want to get one of those motorhomes.
Oh. I've seen in some places you can actually rent like boats, so you can actually like live on like these little river canals and such. I was in the UK recently and I was walking along this aqueduct and an entire boat home just drove past me and I'm like, what the hell?
Yes.
And these people just live on the boats in these rivers while like I'm like, what? That's so cool. I bet that's a really
nice.
good but yeah, I enjoy driving, but yeah, traffic can be stressful. I don't like commuting with regards to work. I feel like commuting it takes up a lot of time and it scales up over time. So I'm enjoying working from home.
Yep, understandable, of course. Yep. On to our next question. Which oh, now we have some oh yeah, it's funny because now that we brought up reading, now what books do you read?
Pretty much anything I can get my hands on. I have a big love of fantasy and science fiction. I love the classics, so I've got H.P. Lovecraft's Tale of Horrors. I've got the Arabian Nights. I've got Sherlock Holmes. I'm reading Tanya the Evil. There's also a book I highly recommend. It's called Think and Grow Rich. It's from like 1936 or something along those lines, or 1956 or something like that. It's more, the title sounds very clickbaity, yes, but it's more about the mental state that one has to achieve in order to find success. Because this guy went and interviewed like the 100 most successful businessmen in America in like the 1950s, and basically found out what made them tick, like what made them different from everyone else to achieve the things that they wanted to achieve. So that's kind of what the book's about. I thoroughly enjoy reading this. I'm going through it like chapter by chapter and like just processing everything. It's a pretty good read. It's it definitely changed the way I view everything. So yeah, Think and Grow Rich.
Yep. Sounds pretty great, actually. Be rich in be rich in both literal rich as well as be rich in the mind, huh?
Oh, I can tell you a little short story from that. Basically, there was one guy. His son was born deaf, and the diagnosis at the time, doctors assumed that if your child was born deaf, they would grow up mute because they wouldn't be able to learn how to talk. This guy refused to accept that the doctor's diagnosis and did everything they could, and it turned out the kid was like mostly deaf but could actually still hear like really loud noises. So the parents would like, you know, yell so that the kid could hear everything. And basically, long story short, the kid grew up never feeling like he was lesser or lower or anything like that, and ended up like basically becoming a businessman as well. Like he became really, really successful and ended up testing the very first ear you know, those hearing aids, yeah, the very first hearing aids, and ended up becoming like the marketing person for them to help teach other people with hearing disabilities and how to use them and everything. So yeah, basically because the father refused to give up and just be like, oh, my child's going to be, you know, hindered for his entire life. He's like, no, you will be a success. Things are going to be difficult, but you will find a way to become successful. And the kid did.
Nice.
So I love that. I love that a lot.
What a good father.
Jono's not a billionaire, so the book doesn't work. Hey, I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Yeah, we're working on it. Although that would be kind of funny too. Like, imagine being rich and still not having over 1 million subscribers.
Oh. Oh man, I don't know if I don't know how I would feel. Like, I think I would prefer like with regards to like the number of subscribers, right? I feel like the quality of your viewers is also like super important, right? Like I could be like, sorry, I'm trying to be very careful with my words here, so I don't say anything that might get like, you know, you have these like content creators who have millions upon millions of like fans and such, but I think because when you get to that scale, like the bad apples that get into those communities can end up souring the whole thing for a lot of people outside of it. You know, I find what I found as a content creator is I really enjoyed the communities we've been building up, like these small little groups that we have. You know, I love every single one of my viewers who comes by. So yeah.
Yep.
If we do end up hitting like 1 million subscribers, I'm not gonna forget the people who were there from the beginning, because yeah, they made this all possible.
Of course. Always remember. Yep, always remember where you come from and the people who support you along the way. Very deep message. Oh, yep, moving on to our next question. What's your favorite food?
Favorite food? Sushi. Easy question. There's a place down the road from me that has all-you-can-eat sushi for 15 euros. Oh, boy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't go often though because I don't want to get fat.
Understandable, of course.
Because it's not just the sushi; they also have like the soups as well as like the fried stuff, and then also ice creams. So you can you could go in and have all you can eat ice cream for 15 euros.
Oh, that's impressive.
Oh, yes, they got the eel, they've got the taco, so they got octopus, which is delicious. They have takoyaki,
yes.
don't they? No. Oh.
They have toriyaki.
Hello, Anne.
Yeah, Terence says hi. I'm being corrected here.
Understandable. Oh yeah, I don't think I had that many Japanese dishes besides the ramen.
Oh, ramen is so good. Which one did you have? Did you have tonkatsu or miso?
Oh, exactly that actually.
Oh, yeah. I want to make a tonkatsu, like my own tonkatsu ramen at home at some point. I got to get those bones.
Yes, nice. Although, as long as you don't have Uncle Roger watching you, I think you'll be fine.
MSG, oh my god.
What's up, MSG?
Booyah! I love Uncle Roger. I love cooking. Like, cooking is actually one of my hobbies. You asked earlier what my hobbies were. Cooking is definitely one of them. I love to host and like invite friends over and everything. Frey is going to be coming over in like a month or two, so I'm going to be cooking all of my best meals for him. So yeah, I enjoy like learning new dishes and everything and whatnot.
That's
I
right,
used to actually
folks. You heard it, folks. The first off collab coming soon in the future.
I want to do a cooking stream as well. I got a camera. I got a really nice like 4K web camera so that I can set this up so that you can get like a top-down view of the cooking area. So yeah, that's my plan in the next few months. I want to do a cooking stream.
Nice.
Mm.
It's gonna be quite the street too. Cooking with Jono featuring Frey.
But yeah, if you ever pop around to Germany, let me know. You're always welcome.
Yep, sounds good. Yep, traveling does kind of scare me, but we'll eventually plan that out, but not anytime soon though.
I flew to Vietnam back in the beginning of this year for the Lunar New Year, and it was a 13.5-hour flight. Oh my god. I was in economy,
Wow.
so I was like, oh my back. 13.5 hours.
Well, 13-hour plane ride, you'd probably be just sleeping right on that thing.
Thankfully they had Jujutsu Kaisen on that flight, so
You watched that?
No, I didn't. they had a lot of Marvel movies.
Nice.
Cooking Jono is so foul. No, I don't cook chicken. I'm not actually a big fan of chicken. It's my least favorite meat. I like beef.
Of course.
Oh.
Yep, I like all kinds of meats and such too.
Yeah, sushi. I can just eat sushi endlessly.
Yeah, I could probably just imagine you having one of those really big containers and have nothing but sushi, and then you eat through like the whole thing.
My one friend and I, we once went to an all-you-can-eat place where it has those little dishes. You know, we're supposed to pay for the color of the dish, but we got the all-you-can-eat option, so we could just take whatever dishes we wanted as they came around. And with the waiter wanted to take our dishes, we went, no, we're stacking them, and we ended up making this huge tower each, like these two giant towers, like a scene straight out of an anime. The waiters looked at us and they're like, what the hell?
Yes.
I was like, we're gonna bankrupt you tonight, boys.
Right. And then pretty much also did like eat the dekimasu and then ate all the sushi.
Man. So yeah, I enjoy cooking all kinds of things. I'm not squeamish when it comes to food, so I will always try new things. So I've had a lot of exotic stuff. I've had kangaroo, I've had alligator tail, I've had
Ooh.
ostrich. Ostrich is one of my favorites, actually. I've also ridden an ostrich, by the way. It's so cool.
Nice. Oh, have
Yeah,
you eaten... I'm trying to think. Have you eaten fox before?
No, I haven't eaten a fox. No, that's too cute. No. Oh.
Yeah, I would
I've
want
had
to
ostrich-
imagine what fox meat tastes like.
I've had ostrich omelet. The poor guy had to use like a chisel to crack it open.
Oh yeah, their eggs are freaking huge from what I saw.
Yes, Lysandra, the crocodile tail. Sorry, that was not alligator. It was crocodile tail. Yeah, I got food poisoning from that. I made a funny short that day because I was like, "Hey guys, gonna have to cancel the stream. Turns out Seraph are allergic to crocodile."
Right. Oh yeah, that's a nice bit right there.
Yeah, I got it was bad food poisoning because I think they served it with shrimps, so I think the shrimps were off, and I got food poisoning from it. So that was the last time I went to that restaurant.
Yep. Sounds good.
Oh.
Sounds good. All right, moving on to our next question. Oh yeah, as for my favorite foods, I think you guys know the typical American stuff like hot dogs, hamburgers, and pizza and stuff. You know pizza's mostly Italian.
Yeah.
So yeah, the favorite pizza is usually like meat lovers though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love having all of the meat flavors on the pizza. Do you like pineapple on pizza? That is the question.
It depends, because if it's just all pineapple, then absolutely not. But if you do have some meats and stuff thrown on there, then I would probably eat it. Yeah.
My brother loves pineapple on pizza. I'm indifferent. Like I can't eat it, but you know, I prefer more interesting pizzas. Oh, have you ever had a dessert pizza though? So instead of tomato base, they use like chocolate spread, and then they add sprinkles and marshmallows and stuff on top of it. So it's like a pizza crust, but with all the chocolatey stuff on top. Oh, so good.
Unfortunately, no, but I have heard of a chocolate lasagna, though.
Chocolate lasagna. Okay, I'll have to Google that one. Oh, but dessert pizzas are awesome.
Yep.
Hawaiian, yeah, Hawaiian.
Yep,
Nutella
Hawaiian's
pizza,
good.
that was it. Nutella, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to try to see if we can find something that exotic around here. And Uber Eats. Yep, on to our next question.
Sure.
This is all VTuber related stuff now.
All right.
What was your biggest inspiration for becoming a VTuber?
Ooh, okay. So, there are two. Okay. So as far as like VTuber personalities go, oh man, the name. I keep saying Pecora in my mind, but it's not Pecora. It's the dog from Hololive, the dog girl.
Corone?
Corona. That was it. Corone. It was Corone. Yeah, that was it. Corone, like the way that she engaged with her audience was like a huge inspiration to me. I'm just like, I want to be like that. But also Rosenberry. I don't know if you know Rosenberry. She's an artist, an Italian artist. The way she engages with her viewers as well is just absolutely lovely. She's the one who drew Dog Boy Jono, by the way. I commissioned Rosenberry for this one. So
nice.
So yeah, this she's the art mama for Dog Boy Jono. But then also another big inspiration for me is Merryweather from Merryweather Comics. And this was before he became a VTuber. It was actually his business sense where he was turning his stories into comic forms that were then also animated and voiced and such on top of that. Like his entire business sense. Like he's kind of like my role model as far as like writing and business work goes. I look up to Merryweather as something I want to achieve. Apparently I have a friend who actually is in like contact with Merryweather, but I don't want to ask to connect because it's the kind of things where it's like don't meet your stars kind of thing.
Yep, don't meet your heroes. Yep.
Exactly. So I'm gonna leave it for now. I'll get big enough on my own that he'll contact me. That's but in all seriousness though, the thing that I look at with these giant VTubers, like the big successful ones, is they must be getting so much spam from like smaller VTubers wanting to collab with them that I don't want to be just another person like pestering them, right? Like I don't want to be that kind of person. So it's something maybe I need to get over, but I don't like bothering people. So yeah.
Yeah, I understand that too. Yeah, also I'm also afraid to ask people who are bigger than me for collabs too, because I don't want to come off as a leecher just trying to leech off their views and leech off their viewers and such too.
Exactly. It's a tricky thing, right? Because I feel like it comes down to the intention as well, because you get a lot of people that like are obsessed with the numbers and they want to like use other people to get their numbers up, and it's all just about the numbers to these people. Whereas I feel like when you meet like genuine people where they're like, you know what, you're a cool person and I think we could make some great content for both of our viewers here. That's kind of what I want to go with, right? So yeah, it's the intent. Like, I mean, this is a hyper competitive field, right? The VTuber.
Yeah.
We're all entertainers, right? So it's we're all like rivals, but at the same time, we're all in this together, right? Because at the end of the day, we all just want to make the best content we can for our viewers. So yeah,
Of course.
that's my opinion with it. Like I would never get upset if a small person like reached out to me. Like I've had a couple of people who haven't wanted to collab with me before they've even debuted, and I've done that. It's been a bit risky, obviously, but I think I've learned a lot from the experiences. Every collab that I've done, I've learned from. Right? I mean, but for example, with you and I learned. I'm like, okay, we got to make sure this is working before we go live.
Yes. The biggest one, huh? Yes, we need to make sure we solve out our scuff before we get they disappoint people.
I mean, there was still a fun stream with the memes reviews. Just it was unexpected.
Yeah, very
but
unexpected.
we will fix that. But it's a good start today to fix that.
Yep, of course, of course. Yep, we'll eventually think of a day for that. If I remember, of course, because I always get sidetracked a lot.
Yeah. So those would be my 3 inspirations for your question. It would be Corone, Merryweather, and Rosenberry. Like, Rosenberry is such a sweetheart. Every time I go into a stream, she's like, Jono-chan, what you cooking? What you cooking? Because she knows I'm always cooking whenever I join her chat. So,
nice.
Yeah, I bought her art book, and I finally got it. And she left a really nice letter inside of it. And I was like, oh. So, yeah.
That's pretty wholesome. Very nice, very nice. Oh yeah, as for my own answer to that question, I'd say it started off as a fascination, but I think as far as personality goes, I think the one who inspired me the most would be Natsume Moe. She's a independent streamer. I'd say the thing I like about her most is her really sassy and dorky personality.
I haven't seen her yet. You should send a link to me so I can see it.
Yeah. I think she mostly has like Twitch bots. I'll probably send it to you after stream.
Later.
Yeah.
Lotus, I just typed in your chat just now. Something I saw a lot that was helping with people like with regards to content creation. They said, imagine if every single one of your subscribers was standing in front of you, and then you don't feel so bad anymore. Because it's like, imagine you have almost 700 people in front of you, Terence, all watching you.
Oh yeah, that would be kind of nice. Funny too. Yeah, just imagine they just watch everything you do. They'll watch you play a game, they'll watch you eat, they'll probably watch you sleep, and probably record you while you're snoring and then clip it.
And I think...
Then, of course, except hopefully they won't watch you when you go to the bathroom.
Oh, no, this is not Big Brother. I think the biggest crowd that I've ever performed in front of was, it was the vice president's birthday for the country that I was in, and we were doing like a group performance thing, and we were basically on stage singing and dancing in front of like 5,000 people, and I'm just like, holy shit!
Nice.
Yeah, it was a lot of people. Yeah, that was huge. Like, that was the biggest crowd that I've been in front of. I was a stage kid. I grew up acting on stage. I love this. I absolutely love this. Watching Oshinoko has been making me feel so nostalgic for my acting days, because I also used to do commercials and stuff as well. So I'm just like, I miss this so much. But yeah.
Very nice, very nice. Oh, yep, on to our next question now. How did you come up with your name?
With my name? That's a tricky one. So I wanted, like, when I was coming up with the branding, because I mentioned it when I was doing the Star Wars stream just now, about how my channel's name used to be Cold Coffee Gamer, because I literally could not think of the name. Like, I got so frustrated with not coming up with a name that I looked at my coffee and saw it was cold and went, there we go, cold coffee, that'll do. So when it came to gaming. Yeah, that was a terrible idea though, because the search engine optimization is garbage, because if anybody, I'm literally competing against every cafe on the planet for search results.
Right.
So stupid. It was a really bad decision. I didn't know anything about content creation when I created this channel. But when I decided to go full VTubing, I sat down, I was like, okay, Jono, you're going to fix your branding and SEO problems now. Because by that point, I'd like learned a thing or two. So I was like, okay, I want to take a name that is easy to remember, is easy to spell, because, you don't want people, this is something I've seen quite a lot of like VTubers will have like super long names and like, throw in Japanese names as well. That makes it like really like difficult to remember and spell, which I think can sometimes like hurt the SEO of it. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna keep it like within like 4 syllables, And my branding is that I want it to be optimistic and upbeat and positive. So like one of my personal rules is I'll never talk like about like political stuff or like get directly involved in drama stuff, right? That's not what I want the kind of content I want to create. I want my channel to be a place where you can always come to have a laugh. You know, no matter how bad of a day you have, I want my channel to be there to like make someone laugh. And so I decided to choose funk as the surname because, you know, funky music's upbeat, it's great, it's uplifting, and my afro, I have an IRL afro, so
Yep. Nice.
I haven't cut my hair in forever, so I've got this sort of like dirty blonde afro because my hair, after all the lockdowns, my hair went dark. Like it didn't get enough sunlight, so my hair goes blonde when it gets enough sunlight. So right now it's like a half blonde afro because I haven't done it cut in a while.
I see. I see.
But yeah, so I chose funk because I thought it would be upbeat and it was fun. And yeah, I was gonna have like future funk as like the music theme for my channel and everything, but I kind of moved away from that. And yeah, Jono is just an easy name. You know, it's memorable and easy to type. So yeah.
Yep. Very nice. Very nice.
Emo funk.
Emo fuck. Wow.
Oh wow! I dyed my hair black once. I think that's what Sad Willow was referencing. There was one point I dyed. Okay, so it's not breaking character, but my IRL face looks very, very similar to Tom Hiddleston, Loki from the Avengers, from Marvel. Like, I dyed my hair black at the same. Funnily enough, coincidentally, at the same time the first Thor movie came out. And because I was an actor, right? People started phoning me saying, "Congratulations on getting the role. I just saw the movie. It was so good." And I was like, what are you talking about?
Wow. Oh, that's amazing right there. You just get mistaken for an actor.
Yeah, and then I went and watched the movie, and like when Tom Hiddleston came out, I went, "Oh my god." Just a second, I'll type it out.
That's like being a stunt double without being a stunt double.
Yeah, legitimately, I could have actually become a stunt double for him. I was like, it's not fair. You stole my face.
Right. Oh, you stole my face and my good looks. What's next? You're gonna steal my fucking career?
Oh my god! But yeah, it was rather wild because at that point I was just like, damn it! I just dyed my hair.
Right.
Oh, can't talk to Jono if I don't know who that is. My mom likes him.
Yes. Oh
Tell your
yeah,
mom I
he's
said
lucky.
hi.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm joking. Oh, to think there's a timeline where Jono is actually playing Loki.
Yeah, that would be amazing right there. Yeah, imagine being a Hollywood actor and then do Vtubing on the side.
I think that would actually be better because I find like when a lot of like actors like try to create YouTube channels, it doesn't really work out for them. So I think if like a celebrity wanted to, I think like going as a VTuber might be better. I don't know. I'm not that caught up on celebrity culture, to be honest. I just don't have the time. I mean,
Yep,
I
same
spend
here.
most of my free time watching my fellow VTuber friends.
Yeah, same here. Imagine being a celebrity. Indeed. All right, moving on to our next question. I think it's kind of similar to the next one, so we'll ask it anyway. Why did you choose the name you have?
Why did I choose the name I had? Because yeah, I wanted to spread laughs. Like that was the main thing, is that I wanted to, you know, everything around my channel I wanted to brand around the theme of making people laugh and having laughter and everything. So that's why I even incorporated it as part of my backstory, you know, that I get a feather back with every laugh, right? Is that I want to make sure that, you know, everyone comes to my channel with the mindset of this is a place I go to have a good time, you know, like a fun time. And it's one of my favorite things about it is that I've had people messaging me in private just saying that, you know, they were having a really bad day until they saw the stream, or, you know, they were having a not so great time and then they put on one of my VODs and they just wanted to let me know. And I'm like, it makes it so worth it.
Nice.
I love that. I absolutely love that. So I'm obviously doing something right.
Yep, you definitely are. And we're all happy for you for it.
Thank you.
Yep, and on to our next question. What have you learned from being a VTuber so far?
I think the most important thing for me, at least, is social media like etiquette, because I never really used social media that much. It never really interested me. I was, I hate to say it, but I was like too busy living my life, if that makes sense.
Yep.
So like I just never got round to like engaging with social media. Like I've always been connected with like gaming communities and stuff. So like, but those were more like actual like physical events, right? Like organizing events and tournaments and like engaging with online like communities and such. But social media itself, I never really spent that much time with or on. So as a result of that, I really don't understand how to go viral on social media. Like I don't know how to engage. I don't know what is or isn't appropriate, if that makes sense. So I've always elected for, if you know the saying, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. So
Yep.
I tend to be like very quiet on social media, and I don't want to bother people, right? So I don't want to make noise, inverted commas, but social media is all about noise.
Yes.
So it's something that I'm definitely learning to come out of my shell, and and because of that, I've ended up meeting a lot of amazing people. Like if I hadn't started using social media, I would not have become friends with a lot of people thanks to it. So yeah, in a sense, yeah, VTubing has helped me become a bit more comfortable with that, and I still have a lot more to learn, like a lot more to learn. So yeah, also patience. Like VTubing is a content creation in general is a marathon, not a sprint. So yeah, just gradual improvement and continuing.
Yep. Very nice, very nice. Oh, yes.
The olden days when Jono used to go outside and even touch grass.
Yeah, that would be kind of an interesting take right there. Yeah, imagine being in your house for so long you don't know what grass looks like.
It's like I sat here telling you, yeah, I was too busy living my life. Meanwhile, I have 4 terabytes of anime.
4 terabytes of airlights. Yes. Oh, that would be beautiful.
Yeah, I've watched a scary amount of anime. If I created an anime, what was that anime website where it tracks all the shows that you've watched? I'd be too scared to make that, because then people would see just how much I have not been touching grass.
Right. Oh yeah, that would be pretty funny too. Yeah, just make one of those sites. Tell everyone you've been watching like 4 terabytes of anime while still trying to live your life.
Oh man.
Yes.
Hey Jetski, welcome.
I guess as far as my take on what I've learned from being a VTuber so far, I'd say a lot of the things you said were all things I've kind of learned too. But I've also kind of learned that you probably shouldn't have too many expectations for yourself, because you'll probably end up disappointing yourself in the long haul.
Yeah, I think a lot of people look at like the top content creators and go, oh yeah, I could hit that in 2 months if I tried.
Yes. My friend, if it were that easy, I wouldn't be stuck in the same number for 4 months.
Yeah. But we're all growing and learning and improving, so.
Yep, we're all learning and improving. So, and I also learned that it always takes a lot of dedication and a lot of time to improve yourself as a streamer too.
Oh yeah. Again, when we were talking about like looking back on the debut streams and looking at now, it's complete night and day. I have like a huge overhaul planned for my anniversary stream in a month. So yeah, things are gonna get even better now.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm also gonna have some plans for my which is a 3-year anniversary, which is coming up in October.
Oh, 3 years! Wow. Nice.
Yep. Not really sure what we're gonna do, but we'll probably think of something. It depends on what games are coming out. It's been a while since we did a proper endurance stream too, so we'll probably do one of those eventually.
Oh, I'm not good with that's something I need to improve on is my streaming like endurance ability, because I think the longest stream I did was the 7 or 9 hours of the Lost in Random stream. But yeah, after that I was like dead. I don't know how some people can just stream for like 12 hours without breaking a sweat. Or like Frey, where he's doing 3 streams a day for 6 days a week. Like, what?
Wow, Frey, you're a monster.
he's a monster when it comes to that. His stream endurance is something else.
Indeed.
Yeah, I think Frey told me, he's like, oh yeah, I have 16 streams this week. And I'm like, are you okay?
Yes, are you okay, man?
Yeah, but Frey's awesome. He's a great guy.
Yep, definitely great guy. Oh yeah, my other take on it is you should also do what you think is fun for you, because it'll help you show that you're having fun with your stream too.
Absolutely. Frey is built different.
Yeps.
Oh.
Yep, on to our next Vtubing question. Did
Sure.
Vtubing bring any changes to you in terms of personality or the new things you experienced?
This is gonna be funny. So you know how we have our VTuber persona and then we have our IRL everyday persona. The Jono Funk that everybody knows here on YouTube is sort of like the ideal version of what I want to be. You know, I always want to be that optimistic, uplifting guy. So I found, that it's by doing this VTubing and such, over the past 2 years, it has had an effect on me where, when things that would sometimes get me down, I have sort of more embraced the character side of things. That has sort of like helped me maintain a positive and optimistic mood, even when during some really difficult times.
Yes.
Put it that way. I'm not going to go into the details, but yeah, the sort of upbeat, optimistic, enthusiastic character that I created for myself to be a model for myself has actually like sort of paid off for itself.
Right.
So yeah, I get very protective of my friends. So there have been times where, yeah, there are very few things that can like actually get me angry. Like I'm generally a very like happy, chill person. But yeah, if people mess around with my friends or my family, or if they hurt animals or children, that's when my brain stops thinking. That's when I get into like full protect mode, and I'm just like, oh, your free trial of life has expired.
Right. Yeah. Oh, you would have put your hands on that freaking dog? Oh, you chose a death, I see.
Yeah, right. So but generally though, doing the VTubing has been such an incredible decision. It's also, I'm literally spending 3 days of my week laughing like a maniac in my room. How can that not have a positive impact on my mental state?
Yes.
I know it sounds terrible when I phrase it like that, but the fact that I'm having a great time and spending almost all of my evenings laughing is just great. And then even when I'm not streaming, I'm busy watching my friends, like for example, when Gina was here earlier, Gina's such a comfy streamer. Like when I watch Gina's streams, I always feel so relaxed. Like when I'm watching your streams as well, like I will have your stream on the side, and I know like your voice is just so perfect for like just like while I'm working, right? I'll be sitting here writing and I'll be hearing you chatting in the back while playing Monster Hunter, and I'll just be like, this is great, this is nice.
Yep, so, very nice.
The whole VTubing community, in my opinion, has been very good for me.
Yep, that's great to hear. Very great to hear that.
Just realized Jono can still use emotions. What about the other models? Yeah, they're all bound to the same key, so I can switch emotions with the same foot pedal. I'm using the stream foot pedal to control my emotions here.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be like using an Xbox controller to control your emotions too.
Yeah, this foot pedal is awesome because then I can keep my hands on the keyboard the entire time when I'm playing the shooter game, so I don't have to reach over and press an emotion button. I just use my feet.
Nice. Yeah. Oh yeah, as far as changes to me, I'd say I think the one change I probably may have felt would have to be, I'd say I'm a little bit more talkative when I'm pretty much as a VTuber compared to how I am in real life, because IRL Terence is a bit antisocial most of the time.
So just to clarify, antisocial as in like you hate society, or asocial as in you just withdraw from society?
Mostly withdrawal.
Okay, asocial. Okay, sorry, the writer in me came out. I didn't want to be a grammar person, but it's like when people say antisocial, it means like I'm gonna tear down the system.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah,
Well,
just
like,
screw the system. People don't want to accept me, so I want to destroy it.
Rebel Terence skin when? When is the model coming out with punk Terence?
Oh,
I want to see that now.
Yeah, a full-on villain arc right now.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck all of you. I'm gonna kill you all.
Damn. Oh man, he's an idol by day, but a punk star at night.
Right. Especially when it comes to women too. I'm a punk on the streets and an idol in the sheets, if you know what I mean.
Wow. Oh.
All right, that's enough joking. I think we can go ahead and move on to our next question. Okay, did you ever once regretted VTubing?
Regretted VTubing? There was one time, and it was unfortunately, like, I think I've done a very good job at avoiding drama, like VTuber drama, like online drama and such. Unfortunately, there was one incident with a VTuber I was very, very close friends with, and yeah, it was a lot of drama, and essentially, like, I wish things had ended better, but basically both of us have gone separate ways, kind of thing, and no longer talk to each other. I think that was the one time where I almost stopped VTubing entirely because I felt very, very hurt. And again, I don't have any like negative feelings towards that person and their viewers and their friends, because what ended up happening is we shared a lot of viewers together and ended up like sort of tearing everyone apart. So both communities got kind of ripped in half. So I just from the beginning, all I've ever wanted is just to make people laugh and have a great time. So I was very, very upset when that kind of drama hit, and I just want the best for everyone. So I just hope that they're having fun still and everything. So that's all. Like, that was the one thing I kind of, if I had to have a regret from doing this VTubing, was I think maybe handling that. It's always better in hindsight, when you have the power of hindsight, that you can always do things better.
Yeah.
But, I think it was a good thing that I carried on, because I love this. I absolutely love doing this, and yeah, I just hope everyone is okay.
Yeah, I'd say that's kind of the problem with having VTubers as friends sometimes, is that sometimes you share viewers, and sometimes you do worry that some people will like them more than they like you, and others won't like you as much as they like them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a struggle we all face. But I think as long as we keep trying our best and keep moving forward, I think things will work out.
But generally, though, I haven't had any regrets. Like, I've met some incredible people. Like, all of my viewers, I have so many incredibly talented and fascinating, wonderful people in my chat. I am always like amazed by the artworks, the writing skills, the stories, everything that people contribute, even the memes. Like, Hector is the freaking meme lord on my Discord. Like, almost every day there are more memes being added, and I absolutely love it. Like, we have, like, I love my viewers, and to think that I almost stopped because of some silly nonsense is, silly.
Yeah.
Hector and his Pokemon.
Speaking of Hector, he pretty much He's here.
Yeah, Lysandra's power is lurking as well. Oh,
Yep.
yeah. We have a great community here.
Indeed, indeed. Ah, yes. As for myself, I don't think I regretted it once, other than the fact that I kept constantly comparing myself to a lot of people, but I kind of learned, I'm kind of past that now. And yeah, as far as my other regrets, I don't have too many regrets because if it weren't for VTubing, I wouldn't be able to meet as many people as I did.
Exactly. Like I feel it ties into that social media thing we were discussing just now, right? Like if we never like had the courage to start this or attempt this, you know, we would have missed out on so much, right? It's like one of my favorite expressions is you miss every shot you don't take, right? So just take the shot, even if it doesn't work out. At least you tried.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Of course, of course. I'd rather pretty much go out trying instead of not trying at all.
I mean, I find a lot of people find it really easy to, you know, just give up and say, "Oh no, things are too messed up." You know, like words are cheap. I think words are cheap, right? I have to have respect for people who give it their best, who try at least.
Yep. True. You only fail at working hard if you don't work.
Oh, I have a funny story about that. So when I was in Vietnam, I went to one of the temples, and I've never been to Vietnam before, right? So when I went to one of the temples, they were doing like not fortune scrolls, but they were doing handwritten scrolls to it's sort of like it was calligraphy, but you know, to kind of like give you a sort of pseudo blessing, if that makes sense, right? So the person is like, "What kind of calligraphy would you like to be written on this red and gold scroll?" And I basically
That
what I
question
chose
is oddly specific.
Yeah, the phrasing that I wanted, my sort of blessing for this year, is that hard work will be rewarded, or like perseverance and hard work will be rewarded. So that was the scroll that I got written out for me, which was really cool. I like that.
Yep. Ah, that's really nice then.
I got it hanging up on my side right here, so I'm looking at it now. It was awesome. The guy used one of those like large ink, not quills, but you know, those ink brushes that you then have to like slap and paint around with. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, like those really giant ink brushes that are like the size of a human being, and he just paints them around.
Yeah, not quite that big, but something similar to that scale. Yeah, that sort of sense. It was fun. It was very traditional. I was in like the northern region, so yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, nice.
The food was so good. If you love food, then I highly recommend giving Vietnam a visit.
Of course. All right, on to our next question. Do you feel like you must be very talented to be a good VTuber?
Okay, so this question, I'm going to take it and interpret it a little bit. So I believe everybody has like innate talents, but that's just the starting line, right? Like you can have someone who's extremely talented, but because of that, they become extremely lazy, and then they get overtaken by someone who's actually been trying their best and improving themselves, right? So I feel like certain skills and experience and talents will help you, but at the end of the day, you're your own worst enemy, right? Like the only person stopping you from getting what you want is yourself. If you want something so badly, you will find a way. You will figure out a pathway to get that thing that you want if you actually deep down truly want it, right?
Yep.
I feel like, you know, that's how I view things, right? Is that, you know, talent can help, but at the end of the day, you are your own worst enemy, right? Complacency is a trap. Fear is a shackle, that kind of thing, right? So I'm always looking to try and find like that 1% to get better every single time. I want every stream to be just 1% better. So yeah. And to you, welcome.
Hey, welcome to the stream, you. Yep, that was pretty great, actually. Yep, very great answer right there. That's right, folks. If anyone wants to become a Vtuber, prepare to work hard and never get too overly complacent.
Yep, that's basically just it. I think a lot of people go, oh, you know, VTubing, you just play games all day and you make a whole bunch of money. No. No. Like, if making money is your goal, there are much more efficient routes.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I think for a lot of people, they see the fame, they see the money of like the big stars, and they go, "Oh wow, if only I could like sit around and play games all day and get money." What happens, what's needed to reach that level is something else entirely.
Of course,
Like,
of course.
I had a little bit of luck.
A little bit of luck too.
Yeah, you know, there are a lot of factors that sometimes you don't realize until like afterwards. For example, like when I was in one country, right, and I couldn't get work. I was applying to hundreds of companies for work, and I could not get a single interview. And then I moved to the UK, and I had 2 job interviews within the first week. And I was like, what the hell happened? And then I learned it's because the IP was coming from the country I was in. So my applications were automatically getting blocked because they didn't want people from outside of the country. So the moment I then went to the UK, the kid was like, "Oh wow, your CV looks amazing. We'll hire. Let's have an interview." And I'm just like, "Oh my god!"
Nice.
Right? So sometimes there are a lot of invisible things that you don't quite realize yet. So, you know, if you feel like you hit a wall or anything like that, try and step back and look at things from the bigger picture, and you might find a new pathway or a new way to get that thing that you still want. You know, it's just sometimes it's hard to look around the tree when you're staring right at the front of the bark.
Right. Sometimes it's best to stop and look at the root of the problems instead of just blindly push forward while expecting results.
Yeah. Oh man, it was so hard during that time because I was like, is there something wrong with me? None of these companies even want to talk to me. And it turned out there was nothing wrong with me to begin with, right? And that kind of mental trap, you know, it's very easy to fall into that, right? So yeah, I think that's probably another reason why I'm such an optimistic person, is because I've been through some of these like really bad things that have made me realize just how important it is to enjoy the good times in life.
Yes. Very much so. Yeah, and on to our next question, actually. Oh yeah, as for my take on it, I don't think you have to be too talented. I think it's all about your personality and your drive and how hard you're willing to work for what you want. And making people laugh too.
Yeah, that always helps. I think this is a tip from the sort of entertainment from the entertainment industry, the film and acting side of things, is the easier you are to work with, the more likely you are to find work.
Yes, that is true.
The one company that I was working at, the product owner, when I told him I was leaving because I was going to join a different one, and he basically wanted to make me an offer to keep me there, and he's like, "I like you. You are a bright spot in this company. You make a lot of people laugh and you lift up the morale of the workforce. Can I make you a counter offer to keep you here?" And I'm like, "That's really nice of you, thank you, but this is a big opportunity for me."
Right.
So yeah, I think attitude and like the way your perspective on life really determines like how things are going to turn out to you. This is one more thing, Terence. Sorry.
Yep.
I believe karma, not in a spiritual or mystical sense, but karma is the probability of your actions coming back to you. So if you treat people nicely, you'll find that more people will be willing to like be nice to you in turn or help you out when you need it. If you're a jerk to everyone, more people are more likely to want to trip you up when they get the chance.
Yes, that is true. That's true in IRL as well.
That's probably why I'm allergic to drama, like drama. I just want to have fun.
Yeah, indeed. Although that would be funny if if drama was an actual disease now. It's like, I'm too much drama. I gotta get out of here.
If I had an allergy, it would probably be to sunlight, because I don't tan, I burn. I am like so pale. Like the moment I step outside, my skin starts turning pink and roasting, and I'm just like, from the sun. Ah!
Yes.
I'm allergic to the sunlight.
Oh wait, so on top of being a serf, you're also a vampire now.
Oh god, I commissioned art of a vampire Jono once.
Wow.
I think I showed it on like stream once because I was gonna do a song. I wanted to try and do a punk song because I've never sung a punk rock song. So I wanted to do a song called Vampire, where it's basically a guy talking about his ex, you know, and like she's like an emotional vampire, but you know the lyrics are, you know, like she's sucking my soul away, that kind of thing. So I commissioned, I got the background music made for the cover song, I got the art made, and then I tried to sing it and I couldn't sing it. And I was like, no!
Yep.
She's a vampire, she will bleed me dry, she'll take my life. Something like that.
Yep, she'll take your life and your money and pretty much everything else that holds dear to you.
The Vampire Scuff song, Vampire GF Scuff, yeah. I'm gonna attend that. I'm gonna get round to it. I'm gonna find a way. I'll make it work. Lysandra, I'll make it work.
Indeed, indeed. All right, then I think our last question for today will be, any words for your fans?
I hope that I have given you guys plenty of laughs over the past 2 years, and that we will continue to grow as a community so that we can all have fun together. The one thing I really love most about you guys is how you are always willing to welcome new people and like make them feel welcomed and part of the community, because that really helps me. And obviously all of you guys coming by, liking and commenting and engaging in chat, all of that really helps me. So like, I know that a lot of people have joined for like memberships and helping financially, but at the end of the day, like the most important thing is that you guys are having fun. That's why I'm doing this. Like, you know, I don't know if my channel will ever get to the point where I could do this full time, but my God, would I love to do that, because if I could make you guys laugh all day and live off of that, I would do that till as long as I could.
Yeah, same here.
But yeah, but that's not the goal. Like the goal is just to have fun. So thank you everyone for your support.
Yips. And I think this is pretty much where we free talk. Did you have any questions for me, Jono?
Yes, I want to know, when are you going to do some songs? You've got such an amazing voice.
Ah, yes. Well, I actually have done at least 2 really scuff songs, actually. The first one is Bakamitai.
Bakamitai. Dame dame.
Yes.
I love that.
Dame dame. Dame yo. Dame nano yo.
Nice.
And of course, I also did like a kind of a karaoke version of Brian McKnight's Back at One.
Oh, I haven't heard that one. I'll need to go watch that. I need to find it in your channel history.
Oh, yep, it's pretty buried though, because I upload and stuff and stream regularly. I barely do uploads nowadays unless it's a short.
Yeah. I have another question.
Sure.
What's it? Oh wait, no, my brain my brain just went numb.
Nice.
What game would you like for us to collab with for our next one? Like, what game would you like to play? Because I got Splatoon 3 now. I have Splatoon 3 and I have the Pokemon games and I have a bunch of things. So we got to do a collab sometime. So.
Oh, definitely. I'd say probably the safest one would probably be Splatoon 3, of course.
Oh, okay, yeah. I've got it. I have to plug it in, but yeah, I'll be down to play it. Do I have to do anything before I unlock the multiplayer, or can I just dive straight in?
You should be able to dive straight in after you beat the tutorial.
Okay, I'll do that off camera then.
Yips. Oh yeah. Of course, I kind of always wanted to do like a Terra Raid battle collab or a Max Raid battle collab in Sword and Shield 2. See what that's like.
Ooh. Yeah, I haven't played it yet, so definitely. I'm going to be streaming the Pokemon games this year, so. I have another question.
Sure.
So your model is an idol, right? You're based on off of an idol, right? If you got another model in the future, would you continue with the idol theme, or would you explore some more alternative versions of Terence?
You know, I think that would depend on if I seen the outfit ahead of time, so I can know what I'm working with before I start doing it. But I think maybe I would stick to the idol theme because, I think idols should be a little bit more about than just simply singing and dancing. They should also be about, how well you can act and how well you can perform and entertain at all times.
All right. So no beach episode Terence model.
Oh, we did actually have that at some point on my phone. In fact, we actually did have someone who drew me in a Speedo during my birthday stream.
Yeah, Nick and Frey put me in a bikini.
Nice.
Oh, we do? But yeah. But I just want to thank you for inviting me to do this as well. I'm honored that you thought that I am a worthy person to be interviewed.
Yep, thank you for joining, actually. It's mostly because we barely ever have time to talk one-on-one, and it's been like 2 hours already, so I think it's been a good time.
Yeah, it has. I've really enjoyed this. I just realized how like thirsty my throat is now from all the talking.
Oh yeah, I almost feel it too.
So what's your next stream? What's the next game you're going to be playing?
Let's see. I think we're gonna just keep sticking to our current formula, which we're gonna be doing Monster Hunter, which our last Monster Hunter stream we did finally beat Velkhana, but there's still a few more monsters that we have to hunt in Sunbreak. And then during Sunbreak we're still gonna be playing Valheim.
Nice.
Just to keep celebrating the fact that game has crossplay in its own Xbox One.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've been collabing with quite a few people with that one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's mostly just Lynn. But the guy Trippy, he's pretty much just there for Lynn. But it's okay though. He's fun.
And yeah, for me, I'm probably going to do like a just chat because I have a viewer who really wants me to play Disney Dreamlight Valley, and I've constantly been pushing it back because the timings of things. So I'm going to be doing like a bonus stream tomorrow where I'm just going to chat and play that a little bit. And then I've got Dying Light 2 with Frey and Nick on Tuesday again. So yeah, looking forward to that.
Ooh, nice, nice. Oh, is Dying Light 2 on console?
I think so, but I don't know if it has crossplay, but it's so much fun playing with friends.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately, folks, I'm mostly limited to stuff that has crossplay and such, just so we can be able to maintain our video quality and such. Because if I try to do a PC stream while running on this laptop, it's gonna be gonna make my stream chug like crazy.
Yeah, that's VTubing with is expensive in that sense because you need a lot of technology to get this working properly.
Oh yeah, that's another thing we learned about VTubing is that it's a lot of freaking technology.
The amount of cables.
Yeah, the amount of cables we had to set up. Well, so many USBs, then webcams. Well, I'm using my phone to do the tracking, but yeah.
Same. Nico Miko. Welcome. Hope you're having a great day.
Welcome, Nico.
Yeah, we're just about wrapping up now with the interview. It's been a really fun time.
Oh yeah, it's been great. So yeah, does this chat have any questions for both me and Jono?
Yeah. Final questions. Get them in now.
Get them in now.
Wait, I should be doing it this voice. Final questions. Get your final questions in now, please.
Ah, yes, beautiful.
I love the Oh, wait a second. Let me do this. I'm gonna go to this one.
Oh, my birthday's tomorrow. I'm turning 16. Ooh,
Take
nice.
Wait.
Happy early birthday, Neko.
Happy birthday! Welcome. Man, I love this. I have a Go Alexa streaming audio device thing, so I can switch my voices. So I can go.
Ooh, nice. How do you network with other VTubers? Oh, that's a good question. I think that mostly depends on how long you've kind of been talking with them. I'd say if you've been talking with them for about like a week or two, they'll probably warm up to you then. Some people probably longer.
The best thing you can do is either one, connect through social media, engage with their posts, because remember, all of us are like on social media because we want to try and build up our like presence. So seeing people engaging with our posts is like, you know, I read every single comment I get, right? So when you engage with other VTubers on their posts, on their videos, or in their chat while they're streaming, you build up that connection first. And then when you, like, once you've actually like sort of made a connection with them, then you can say, hey, could we like have a call sometime? I'd really be interested in like potentially doing a collab or something like that. That's the best way that I found doing it. Not, you know, immediately going to someone and being like, hey, you, let's collab. You know,
yes.
I mean, some people do that and sometimes it works, but I feel like making that human connection is the most important. So,
of course. Yeah, some people can be picky like that. When Merman, sad Willow Axis.
Well, eventually, I have many species that I'm going to be getting my different models for. So this elf one, the elves from my world are based on bunnies. So I'm just going to zoom myself in for you, Terence. You'll see there's a little bunny on my hat. And there's a bunny on my badge over here on my other side. So yeah, the elves, because, you know, bunnies have long ears. So when the elves got turned into humanoids, you know, they kept their long ears. So yeah.
Yep.
Bunny. I love this model so much. My aunt mama is Gao. She's a dinosaur VTuber. She's very, very cute. Her voice will give you diabetes if you watch her streams.
Yep.
Have you seen Gao? Where she's like, konbawa.
I think I checked out one of her VODs and she's very cute.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
I'm getting
Willow Axis again. Actually, for real, when will we get more lore info?
Wait, where? Sorry?
Yeah, when will we get more lore info?
Yeah. So the idea with the lore, because when I started my VTubing, I was doing a lore stream every month, but I found doing that live is a lot of pressure and is a bit difficult. So I'm wanting to do lore videos themselves. So I actually do like production, like I actually will sit down and edit videos with artwork and then release that as like a 5 to 10 minute video of each different species. Because I'm writing a book. I'm hoping to get the first draft out by the end of the year, and it's based on the world of Source, which is where my character is from. That's the other thing with this VTubing thing, is that I've been working on this book and this IP, this world, before I became a VTuber. And I thought, okay, let me tie in my VTube character to this book that I've been writing. So, you know, as I build up my online presence, my VTubing connection, people might be interested in the book world. So,
nice.
Yes, there will be more. When? We shall see. I have an outro that I need to finish. Wink.
Yep, wink.
Soon, TM.
Yes. You, Axis. What made you decide who's your VTuber mama was?
This is a tricky question, because every single model I have has a different artist and rigger. So this one was drawn and rigged by Gao. My main model was drawn by an artist called Fruits Rabbits and rigged by Kira Omori. You might know her. She's quite a famous rigger. She was like one of the first big riggers for VTubers. Then Dog Boy model was drawn by Rosenberry and rigged by Rose. I think it was Rose. I gotta make sure. I gotta double check the name. So Dog Boy Jono, drawn by Rosenberry. The Pichu model was a free one that's available. I just went in and changed the textures a little bit to make it a little bit more my colors. And yeah, that's all the models for now. The next model is actually drawn by my friend, an amazingly talented surreal horror specialist. Her name's Vitch. Her online presence name is Vitch. So if you go to her Twitter, you'll see there's a lot of graphic, violent art on there, but she's incredible, and she's done the artwork for the next model. So I just got to find a rigger and the money. I just got to find a rigger for the next one. But I mean, I just debuted this elf one, so there's no rush for the next genre.
Yep, understandable.
Yeah, so it kind of comes down to availability, because I would love to have had Kira rig again, but she's booked. She's booked for like 9 months solid.
Oh, damn.
Dang, he has his own collection. Yeah, I love this. I love this so much.
Yes, as for myself, I'd say I was pretty much looking for a way to be able to get my custom cast model and get it made into Vroid, and then I kind of looked at Moebon and some of her 3D models, and I asked if she does male models, and then I decided to commission her. And she's done a really great job with this one.
Yeah, so is your model full 3D?
Oh yeah, it's fully 3D.
Okay.
Mostly just don't really show that off or move it around that much, but here, I'll go ahead and spin around for you guys.
Oh!
Yeah!
Oh, you're bragging on how many, you have an extra dimension.
Yeah!
You're just bragging now.
Spin!
Oh,
spin.
Wow! Wow, yeah, spin. Wow, but can you do this? Hi! Hi! That's my special move.
Unfortunately, I can't do that, but I can wink.
I can wink too, but right now my camera is locked. The VTube studio is locked to like multi-blink. Because sometimes for some reason it makes me blink like a lizard, where it does one eye separately. It's like blink, blink, and it like looks super weird. So I just decided to lock it as one.
Yeah, we'll get full body tracking someday, folks. It won't be anytime soon, though.
If you rotate your camera so your head is facing down, your feet are facing up, and you spin, you can become a Beyblade.
Indeed, indeed. Oh yeah, come to think of it, I can also show off 3D my full body too. Let's
flexing in 3 dimensions.
There we go. That's full 3D Terence for you folks.
Nice.
And yes, I have legs too. I can't
so
really
if your
move.
homie was bit by a venomous snake.
Oh yeah, you want to start that meme now? Now you? I know all about that question.
Oh, I don't know it. I don't know it. It feels like I just walked into a trap.
Oh, yep, it's one big trap. That question is one big trap.
Oh my god, giant Terence. I just saw you on the screen now.
Yes.
You're looming over me.
Yes, I am like a titan now.
My character is like 4.5 feet tall, so this is kind of canonical, I guess.
Yep, somewhat canon. Here we go. Make stuff a little smaller.
Round, 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 I get
Good.
around.
Ah, yes, just like that song. You spin me right, round. Right round. There we go. Ah, yes. Oh yeah, if you do want to ask that question, I think maybe I would, but I would try to make sure I have a bunch of first aid kits ahead of time so we can avoid that situation entirely.
I'm not entirely sure on the situation, but it sounds dangerous.
Oh yeah, it's basically if you're in a jungle and a snake bites you in the pee-pee, and you have a friend right there trying to...
Oh.
It would be like asking you to have to suck the poison out the guy's pee-pee.
Wow, isn't that a true test of friendship?
Yes.
Brain Jono.exe has ceased functioning. I'm, for all intents and purposes, I'm a say-so streamer. I do my best to avoid like overtly like sort of sexual stuff, if that makes sense. Like
yes.
Like sometimes it can't be helped. Like when I'm streaming with Frey and Nick, sometimes these guys they can get a little spicy. Where they're like, "Hey, Jono, we all gotta climb to the bed now. Do you want to be the middle spoon?"
Yes, you want to be the middle spoon. You want to get the short end of the stick while we all get the big stick.
Yeah, but so I'm mostly a say-so streamer. I mean, I even try my best to like control my cursing. Like there was a point in my life where I would curse like a sailor, but now I'm like, shoot, shucks,
Yeah.
frick.
Yep, now we just try to maintain our cursing sometimes.
Yeah. Although then again, I always have ye old faithful.
Yep, play please. Nice. Oh my god, we need a video of Terence rotating at 4 frames per second with low-res music or something.
Oh yeah, on loop with some retro vibes in the background, some synth wave in the background.
Yeah. Oh, if it's like 1 feet, I think that would be kind of bad, but I guess. But if it's like 4K or something,
man.
I'd be down.
What's that other aesthetic, like that PlayStation 1 aesthetic?
Yeah, that PlayStation 64 bits.
This man says he's mostly say-so when canonically has a succubus inside of him. Yeah. My backstory, I have Marin. Hello. Hi. Yes. This is the succubus character. Okay, so this...
Right.
I can change eye colors, basically. Whenever the eyes go pink, I switch characters. Like, Marin was a character I developed because I wanted to have, like, a sort of more, like, calm persona, a more controlled persona. So I had... also an excuse for whenever I accidentally screwed up and said something unsay so.
Shorter than the stick, technically he's getting the longer ends. Ew. That sounds disgusting there, Willow.
Ball of Rage Jono sounds terrifying.
Yips.
It's always
Indeed.
funny when I'm in the dog boy form and I do that. Because you got this cute little dog boy and he's like...
Oh yeah, definitely. Just imagine this really chibi character just going around dropping F-bombs every 5 seconds.
What's it? Canonically, like the dog boy Jono is the most inverted commas evil because he's the smallest and like the most scared. So he always tries to be like.
Nice.
So he writes about what? No, oh god, we've gone full circle to the werewolf erotica.
Already. And right in your freaking dog boy form too.
Ah, wow, it did not protect me enough. I'll switch back to good old faithful. There we go.
There we go.
Oh man, ew.
Beautiful.
Oh man, my face hurts from laughing. Jeez.
Very much so.
Oh man. But yeah, I think I better go soon because it's been quite a while now.
All right then, folks, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up here. So yeah.
And, thank you, everyone.
Yep, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here, and special thanks to Jono for joining me today. It was great talking with him.
Thank you, Terence. It was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for inviting me, and I hope everyone has a fantastic day. Bye!
Bye-bye. And now we gotta go work on our schedule, too. I'm just gonna let this outro play out, too.
Sure, Johnny.
Because I like showing off the fan art that I've gotten, even though most of it is old.
Same. I absolutely love the fan art. I'm hoping that we pushed you to 700. Come on.
Yep, please.
94. We got one.
Come on, you guys can show a little bit more love than that.
Oh man, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. Thank you so much.
Yep, thank you as well. I had a blast.
Wait, can chat still hear this?
Yep, they can. Because I like being scuffed.
I thought I was off camera. No.
It's okay, it's okay. It's all part of
Yeah.
the content.
Oh, that happened once. I thought I ended stream and I just started chatting and I was like, oh man, I could have done better. And then Chad could hear me and I was like,